heels on my tippies. Don't say ain't Gabbana, that's on my titties. How me bet.
Hey guys, so Chop, you're gonna Nakia Mornè doing this today. Yeah, you already know. Let's get right into the video. Pistol podcast, okay, where magic happens. But anywho, so today I want to talk about karmic relationships, okay, and how you can differentiate a karmic relationship, which is just a lesson, you know. Karmic relationships are just here to teach you a lesson, okay. You're just meant to learn a lesson through this person and then let them go. Okay, once the lesson is learned. To repeat the lesson is to further the pain and the agony. Saying that, but to put yourself through unnecessary pain and years of extended trauma and years of extended repetitive lessons that you can avoid if you just learn it the first time and let go. But some of us are hard-headed and that makes us soft ass. A real relationship, a godly relationship, you know, a soulmate or whatever you want to call it. Your bestie for the restie. Okay, anywho. Yeah, and how that relationship, you know, how they're different. So, and that one will teach you lessons too. But like I said, in a karmic relationship, you will feel yourself being pulled away from God. Like, you will feel disconnected. You will feel disconnected from your true self, pure happiness, peace, and from who God made you to be, you know, and from God, you know. Maybe not entirely, but I know for me and my karmic relationship years ago, baby, okay, once upon a time, that time has ended, thank God. But anywho, so yeah, once upon a time when I was in a karmic relationship, I barely prayed. Like, I don't even remember praying. I was so disconnected from source, from God and the higher power, and it was just terrible. Like, I literally was dying slowly within that, because the person that you choose to be with can either pour more life into you or they can kill what God has planted within you. You know, they can slowly kill that and drain you of that. So, yeah, I just knew, like, that was a really clear sign. And I'm not saying that I saw that. I did not see these signs when I was actually in it because I was disconnected. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't see God clearly in that connection because it just wasn't sent from God. Like, God needed me to get out of it, you know what I'm saying, to get closer to him. And thank God that God saved me, okay, right in the nick of time. The person I was in that relationship, it just was really unhealthy, and it wasn't because of that person. Like, that person didn't make me unhealthy. I was already just confused in my own life and just didn't really love myself properly. I didn't really know what love was. So instead of like really going after the right things, I just went after anything so that I didn't feel lonely, and I attached myself to the wrong people by doing so. So yeah, thank God that part of my life is over. Because if I was who I was now, it wouldn't have lasted years. Okay, I would have got out of that stuff from week one or day one. I wouldn't even probably talk to you on my soul. I just always knew that it wasn't the one. Like, I knew that it wasn't the one too, like, and it was karmic in nature, was because the only time I went to God in that relationship, child, was when I was hurt. Okay, I was broken down, weak, crying, and was asking God, like, why am I getting treated this way? Why do I not feel loved in this relationship? Like, why does this always feel like it's the same thing? It's repetitive. Like, it's a repetitive cycle that is like draining me, that I want to get out of so bad, but I just don't know how. And God's like, walk away. You do know how, because I'm telling you how. I'm leading the way, but you're not following me because you're following your ego. You're following your fear. You're following trauma that has been stored in you for years, you know, that went unaddressed. Like, at that time in my life, like, I wasn't as connected, like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know my soul as I do now. I didn't know what love was. I didn't know. I was very, very unwise, okay? But that part of my life gifted me with a lot of wisdom and everything that I've been through since then. And I thank God for that, because the rest I would have been dumb and ditzy and dicked out or something. I don't know. So thank God, like, I got my head on right, okay, screwed on tight, and it ain't coming off. All right, I'm not naive for nothing, So that's how you know, because in the right relationship, child, in the right relationship, you will go to God because you're so happy. Like, God, thank you so much. I'm giving you gratitude for this person being in my life. I'm not asking you, crying to you about, how bad they're treating me. I'm actually crying to you with happy tears about how good they're treating me. Like, that is sent from God. Now, that is the one you're meant to be with. Now, that is the winner. Okay, period. So, that's a clear sign. Bitch, only go to God about you when I need to know why you are so bad to me. Why does this feel so bad for me? But then too, like, I just wasn't focused on my health. Like, I was like, very much so lost. And yeah, it was just bad. Like, it was a very childish connection. Like, there is people who, will contact you in their old news. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're trying to walk into a new life, when you're trying to walk into a new life, turn over a new leaf, whatever they say, or, just move on to the next chapter. You know what I'm saying? Because I did this. I've been wanting to flip the damn page. We got to flip this page now. And if you got to be left on page 30 and I'm going to 31, that's just what it has to be. Okay? You're not the one. All right? So, anywho, it's just that simple. I'm flipping these pages, baby. I gotta get through my story. I wanna see what's more in my story. Okay, I know that you is not it, and you is not all I'm meant to receive. So please leave. All right. But anywho, so when you walk into a new chapter, you have to know that you have to let go of them people that was in the old chapter. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk into a new chapter and want to walk into a new life and still try to keep around the people that was in your old one, that was in the previous chapter, that was in the previous part of your life that you now want to separate yourself from. You're going to have to separate yourself from them people too. You know what I'm saying? Separate yourself from them habits. You got to separate yourself from the mindsets that you once adapted, to. And it's a lot of things that you got to sacrifice, and you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because that just leaves you confused. That leaves God confused. And when God's confused, God can't give you what you deserve, because why would he put it in hands that don't quite know how to hold that properly? Like, you don't know how to quite hold the blessing properly. So you'll either fumble the ball, or you'll drop it, you'll treat it wrong or whatnot. And God ain't gonna, give it to you when you not even sure you deserve it, or you're not even sure that you ready for it, And sometimes you will pray for things, and you will, God will bless you with it, you know what I'm saying? And it might be right person, wrong time, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Right blessing, wrong time. Okay, just because you were used to a certain way of living, you were used to a certain way of dealing with people, or certain type of people you were used to dealing with, and then you get blessed with something better. You get blessed with the actual blessing, the gift, the change, and you're not ready to change for it, and so you lose it. And God can give you things, God can take back. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready. And like I said, if you're confused, then God's confused. Like, do you want it or not? I can't give it to you if you don't even know. And you want this, but then you want that. Then you say you do that, you want that. Where are we going? Because God can lead you, but you have to be willing to follow. And if you're always walking away from him and going down this path that looks good to flesh and looks good to your ego, then you ditch God, you leave God, hanging. And then God's like, okay, well, you left me hanging, I'm gonna leave you hanging. You ain't getting this shit. You ain't getting the blessing. You ain't getting what I'm willing to give you, because you're not willing to receive it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just look at life differently, and I walk the path of God. So, I just can't fuck with certain people no more. I can't do it. Like, my soul don't even feel called to, like, I don't care. I used to be like, oh my God, they texted, they reached out after years of not speaking, or they know they did me wrong. They know they did some weird shit. They know I ain't fucking with them. So they try to come, say sorry or make amends or whatnot. And some bridges that have been burned just ain't meant to be rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? You just can't cross it no more. So, and some things can be mended. Some relationships can be mended, can be, talked through. Like, problems can be talked through, hashed out, and we can move forward and leave the past behind us, and it's all jolly and great. You know what I'm saying? But some things just really, you're too late. I don't fuck with you no more. You're just not for me. You is the last chapter, and that chapter has been closed and sealed and locked away, and it's done. okay? You're only gonna be a memory, and not even that. Erase that shit. Amnesia. Who, when, where? I don't know. Wasn't me. Yeah, but yeah. So I used to be the type of person that if somebody reach out to me, they want to make amends, they want to say sorry, I'll be like, let me just respond, you know, because I feel bad. I don't want them to think that I'm ignoring them, or I don't want them to think that I'm mad at them, or there's beef. I don't give a fuck no more, sweets. I really now me that's standing here today, that has real raw boundaries that cannot be crossed at all. Like, I'll cross you out before you cross my boundaries. That's just it. Okay. But yeah, now this version of me, she don't care. Feel how you feel, and take it to the grave with you. You know what I'm saying? Because paint me how you want to paint me. I don't care. I know me. God knows me. God knows my heart. God knows my intention. God knows what happened in that situation. I know what happened in that situation. I know I played my part. I know what part you played. And that's just that. You know, we're going to leave it at that. You know, it's no ill will. I don't wish bad on nobody. But I also I don't need your services no more. Thank you. You know, it is what it is. I don't care. Like I said, my soul does not feel bad for people. I don't feel for you. Like see you. That's it. I don't care. And it really is that simple. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I've always been the one to put others before myself. And it's just their feelings before myself. Like, I always push my feelings to the back burner. Like, you know, and it's just for what? Like, what? I don't care to keep people in my life. You know what I'm saying? I care more about the bond that I have with God than an earthly bond with a stranger or with somebody from the past or just anybody. I don't care about an earthly bond. I care about a spiritual and real deep bond, earthly bond with God before anything else. And I'm not letting nobody destroy that bond that I have with God. So if I feel like the bond with you takes me away from God and says I can't be God's friend no more, I can't be, you know, on the path with God no more, because I gotta be over here with you, I'm gonna leave you right where you stand. I'm gonna stay with God. I'm gonna stay on my path. I'm gonna just have to let you go. I'm gonna just have to get rid of you. Exit left. It's just that simple. You know, you want to slide. You want to get the fuck out of here. Period. Because God ain't going nowhere. God is my first man, my best friend. Okay, and that's just that. That's my father. And the reason why I knew, like, God is so sweet, but how God was meant to always be so heavily in my life is because I never ever did. The reason why I know God was meant to be so heavily in my life and a heavy influence on me is because I didn't have a dad. And God always knew I wasn't going to have a father. Like, God knows your story, and it's already written before you even come to the earth. You know what I'm saying? To the earth side. So at the end of the day, God already knew, okay, this little girl, she's not going to have a father. So I'm going to step in, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really going to take care of her. I'm really going to be her father. I'm really going to guide her right. I'm really going to be her leader. The one that doesn't let her down. The one that will protect her from everything that she's around. You know what I'm saying? And from the wrong people, evil, you know, from fakeness, from snakes. You know, I'm going to make sure that she has the vision. Her intuition is on point. You know, that she can feel when something's wrong, when something's off. She can feel when something's right. She can follow the light. She can be the light. Like, I'm going to make sure I have this girl's back, because I know that she won't have that if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for God. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just love God. That's my father. That's the only father I know. So at the end of the day, that's the only man that I know to lead me right, to really love me unconditionally through everything, and to guide me, bro, and to give me wisdom and to pour into me. Like, that is a love that I never knew unless it was from God. Because I didn't have a dad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have men in my life to guide me right. I never had that. So, you know, so yeah, I thank God so much. Thank you for being my heavenly father. You know, and my earthside father. That's my father. Period. So that's my bestie. I love him so much. I love God so much. And that's why we're forever locked in. And nobody could ever take me away from God. And that's just that. So and so sometimes, like, people, I may love you so much, but, like, I just sometimes cannot walk alongside certain people because they're not walking with God. And like I said, I can't leave God to be with you. I just can't. That would ruin my life. You want me to ruin my life for you? I can't do that. Sorry, not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Some people are willing to sacrifice themselves for you. I'm not. Like, God already sacrificed himself for me. You know, and so that I could love, that I could feel, that I could breathe, I could follow my dream, you know, and make it reality. So it's like, bro, God done so much for me. I gotta give it back to him. And I gotta complete the mission. You know what I'm saying? This is that, bro. Shit bigger than me. This always been bigger than me. It's never been about me, bro. This is what I didn't pick this path, right? It was chosen for me. I didn't say, oh, I want to be, I just wanted to be myself. And this is what came with being myself. This is my gift. This is what God touched me with. This is what God instilled within me, poured it within me. And so now I'm just pouring it out and giving it back to the world and sharing my gift. So, yeah. You're welcome. But seriously, I'm dripping in gold and I got a juice that nobody else has, and that's just that. So I'm gonna serve it. I'm gonna serve it to the world and it tastes good. Another thing with that relationship too, like a karmic relationship, is just like how you know. It's like, I just knew like that person really didn't even believe in God. You know what I'm saying? That person really didn't even have faith, like, or like, I don't know, their beliefs was a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just like, if you're not really one with God, like, who you run with? Who you run? I don't know who y'all pray to, who you run with, and I'm not here to judge nobody, but I'm just saying, I know who I pray to, and I know who saved my life more than once, and more times than once, or more ways than one. So, I can't. It just brought up a whole bunch of insecurities within me. Insecurities I didn't even know I had, child. Like, real shit. I wasn't ever insecure until I met you. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? You put insecurity on me? Because, and then once I got out of that relationship, I found myself. I found my confidence. I found my rhythm. You feel me? I found Nakia Mornè, the one who says the day. Okay? The one who thrives and rises. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just like, bro, that's how you know. And then there was another time, you know, during like an intimate time, and I just started crying. Like, I couldn't control the crying. Like, and it just felt like this person has something on them, like a entity attached to them from another person. Like, I could feel like you've been stepping out, you've been cheating. You know what I'm saying? I could feel that. And so, but I didn't have no real raw proof. Like, I didn't have no like physical evidence, but my intuition was screaming loud. I'm talking about, she like, you ain't turning me down. This is what's happening. This is what's going on behind your back. You feel me? You need to pay attention. Cause I'm trying to save you before shit really go bad. You know what I'm saying? Before you having a baby with somebody that ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Before you getting a disease or something. Before you ruin your whole life. Or you end up, I don't know, like a bum. Like, you just take the whole wrong route. You know what I'm saying? And be lost forever. So now, but so yeah, I just started crying, bawling my eyes out, and it just something felt so wrong within me. Like, I just felt like so bad for even being around this person, for even giving them my time, attention, like my love, all of that. I felt so bad. Like, and so I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get this person up out of here. This is a bad thing right here. I don't know what's going on, but I never felt this way, but this is weird. Like, I'm telling you, fuck no. You throwing off my whole, like, everything. My body is too sacred. My body is a sacred possession, baby. I don't let nobody just touch me. No, fuck no. I don't know why anybody would even think that that's cool. Like, you feel me? Like, where your hands been? Where your soul been? Like, where your energy been? Like, who you been around? Like, who attached themselves to you before you tried to attach yourself to me? Like, what we doing here? Yeah, I ain't about to be a part of nobody's circus. I ain't about to be letting nobody touch on me and contaminate me with their germs, their nastiness, and they lack of growth, and they devilish ways. I'm not doing it. I reside with God, and that's it. So godly hands can touch me, and that's it. But yeah. And the reason, and another reason how you'll know that you're with the right person too, is because literally you will feel God in them. You will see the God in them, right? You will feel like when you're in their presence, you will feel like God is also in that same room. God is also present with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will feel like, okay, like you feel safe. Like, naturally, you just feel naturally safe with this person. You feel naturally like you've been knew them. Like, it's like this instant bond. Like, hey, two friends catching back up after years, but this is my first time knowing you for real. And it's crazy because it's a soul connection. Like, from past lives, it's been that. You've been knew each other. You just had to come back to this lifetime and finish out, you know what I'm saying, what y'all was meant to really do and be, and learn the lessons that you didn't learn in your past life. You had to come back and do it again, and hopefully this time do it right and get it right. God's give you another chance. Okay, this is your lifetime. You get another chance. You get the chance to do it right. You get the chance to live God. You get the chance, the opportunity, the luxury to pray, to be your best self, to win, to be successful, to follow your heart, to be happy, to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? And that path, all of that, is with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, turn your life over to God, give it all to God, give the will to God, you know what I'm saying? Be the passenger to God. If you're gonna be the passenger in your own car, then let God be the driver. But anything else, anybody else trying to drive you and you take passenger or backseat, no. You don't let no other man drive your car. You know what I'm saying? You don't let no other man steer your destiny or steer, you know what I'm saying, you wrong, or steer where you going. Like, you don't let nobody override what your heart wants, you know what I'm saying, or try to take you where they think that you meant to go. No, bro, follow your own heart, follow God first and foremost, and be the driver, you know what I'm saying, be the shot caller, like, and listen to God, and let God call the shots, and yeah. So, but don't be no backseat to nobody. Like, don't let people control you, manipulate you, or hold things over your head, you know what I'm saying, to keep you trapped. Don't let nobody keep you trapped, keep you stuck. None of it. Don't let nobody keep you stuck or keep you stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not stuck anywhere anyway. Like, you may feel like some odds are against you or things try to slow you up, whatever, but you can power through anything. Like, you can get through anything, and where there's a will, there's a way. And God can make a way out of no way. You know what I'm saying? So pray and do your part, bro. Like, live your life. You know what I'm saying? And take back the pen, bro. Take back the charge. Take back your power. It's that simple. And don't give your power to your past. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's really what your past, like, that's what the devil wanna do. That's what the enemy really wanna do. Is like scare you. Like, I did you dirty. You know what I'm saying? You got done dirty in your past. So now I'm gonna put in your mind that's what's always gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ruin love for you. I'm gonna make you feel like you'll never get it. You're never deserving of it. Like, I'm gonna make sure to keep you, you know, tied to your past so you can never be free for your future or get the blessings that God has for you. See, the enemy can never stop what God has for you. But the enemy will try to stop you from enjoying it. Will try to poison your mind and make you think negatively about the things that God really does still have for you. But the enemy will just try to slow you up from it by feeding you negativity, feeding you lies, feeding you, you know, these things that illusions, the things that just aren't true, you know, to blind you from the blessings, blind you from the good that's you can still receive. Your past isn't to say like you're not deserving of good things. It's to say you didn't receive that yet, but I still have it for you. So let go, grow, and keep moving forward so you can get it, so you can receive it, so you can be there when it shows up for you. But if you're still attached to your past, you're nowhere near the blessing that you're meant to have, because you're still all the way back there. And back there is where you're not meant to be anymore. You're meant to be present. You're meant to be here in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's where your blessings can meet you. So, and that comes with stop being around past people. Stop doing past things that the past you found cool or used to do. What would the best version of you be doing? Ask yourself that. Like, what would, in every situation that you find yourself in, what would the best version of me do in this moment, in this situation? What would the best version of me say? What would the best version of me look like in this situation? How would God want me to maneuver through this situation? What would make God proud in this moment? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like intentional living. It will save you from a lot of bullshit. Intentional living over impulsive living. Think before you do. Alright? Don't do and then think about it later, because that'll leave error. You know, that will leave room for a lot of error. And I'm not saying that you'll never make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We will still make mistakes. Even with all the wisdom and knowledge that we've gained, we still make mistakes, because there's more knowledge and wisdom to be gained. You know what I'm saying? But they're also not like excuses. Like, your mistakes aren't meant to be excuses. They're just meant to show where you used to been and prove that you've grown, because this is where you are now. So, yeah. I just want to see people do better, and I really want to see people get the love that they deserve. Like, a love that you can see God in, that really pulls you closer to God, pulls you closer to your true self, you know, your true destiny and your purpose, right? The right relationship, the right woman, the right man will fuel your purpose. It will actually give you more purpose. It actually is a part of your purpose. You know, that love is a huge part of purpose. Like, love saves lives. Love heals. Love grows all things. Like, love is so strong. Love is God, right? So just think of how powerful love is. It's so powerful. It's a flex. Like, when you really have a loyal, loving, godly partner to do life with, and to get through every challenge with, and to achieve all your dreams and goals with, and to have by your side supporting you, that's down the ride, that's, you know, always cheering you on and has your back and supporting you, bro, that is luxury. That is something money cannot buy. That's a God-given blessing. That's a gift. And it doesn't, not everyone receives in this lifetime, because not everyone meets the version of themselves, or it grows into the version of themselves that has that, right? Because if you're living life the same, and you're willing to always be in the same lane, you never want to switch lanes to be a better you, or to, you know, you're scared of the sacrifice that comes with being a better you or living a better life. You're scared of a little storm, you know, you're scared of a little pain, of letting go of what doesn't no longer serve you. Then you will never meet the best version of you, and you'll never get to live out your best life. You'll never get the things that are best for you, because you're not willing to let go of what isn't for you. So some people just are scared to evolve. So they're also going to forever live in lack. You know? And they'll never get what the best version of them has, which is the best things for them, because they're not willing to. But if you're willing to, and make sacrifices and be patient, you know what I'm saying? Go through the storm. And go through the pits, you know, you'll have your platform. You'll have your share of blessings, you know. You'll have what you're meant to have. And you'll be able to claim your throne, you know. Loudly, proudly, and it's well deserved. Yeah. Real love still exists. And I will never, 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 never not believe that. I've been through a lot of love, but I'm still holding on. I'm still fighting for real love in this generation. So we can have it, we can all have it, and let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Heal, grow, evolve, love yourself. Find what love is for you, to you, what it feels like to you, what it looks like, and settle for nothing less, you know? And let go of anything that doesn't reflect that. Period. You gotta be willing to let go so you can let in, you know? Let go to receive. Let go to grow. You gotta be willing to. You gotta be willing to. You gotta be willing to. Don't be scared now. Cause them blessings gonna hit different now. You know what I'm saying? Them blessings, you ain't gonna be scared of them blessings. Them blessings gonna feel good. So, get through that little dark tunnel now. And you'll see the light. That light gonna be bright than ever. That light it's gonna be worth it. The journey is worth it. I love you. And never give up. Okay, never give up. Let your heart be loved. Let your heart be loved. And use your heart to love. And use your heart to love. Because hurting people will not heal you. Hurting other people will not heal you. And you deserve, I know me as a child, like I always felt like my feelings were not taken into account. Like they weren't listened to. They weren't accepted or catered to in the way that I needed them to be. So I learned that, like, as we get older, right? If you always felt like your feelings didn't matter, or people overlooked you, or whatever, you weren't listened to, don't be that now for yourself. Like, listen to your feelings. Acknowledge that you feel this way, right? Accept your feelings. And express your feelings. Be that person for yourself now that you needed as a little as a child. Be that person for yourself now that you needed as a child, okay? And listen to yourself. You deserve that, right? You deserve to love yourself now. You deserve to know that you matter. What you say matters, you know, and how you feel matters. And regardless of how anybody else feels about it, if they don't want to, you know, accept how you feel, they feel some type of way about it, that's on them. That's something that they gotta, you know, figure out within themselves. That's not your problem to figure out. Your only responsibility is to allow yourself to be yourself in every space, every room. You know what I'm saying? And that's just facts. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back because I really like talking about this. But yeah, I'm gonna be letting y'all into just deeper things of, yeah. Okay, Neil, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, jump here, so child. We thought we rise, and subscribe. I love you so much. Click the links in my description box down below to shop with me and to talk to me. Healing sessions 1-on-1. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Follow me on all platforms. I love you.
I ain't never need nobody help me. I got it off the mud. You told me you love me was all a lie. Ain't no surprise to the engine when I drive by. Hit my goals with precision, that's the bullseye. You can't forget me, your mind's where I reside. You see no fear in my eyes. I walk through the dark, it's the brave part. I heal scars. Too much fake shit, I can never relate. We go